Next, M feels the heat of high expectations.
I can't give you another My Name Is. I can't just sit in there and make that magic happen.
When Ultimate Albums returns.
Don't get it. Last year I was nobody. This year I'm selling records.
Barely 1 year after his graphic major label debut incurred the wrath of gay rights activists and women's organizations, Eminem completed his macabre response.
I think I was put here to annoy the world and destroy your little 4-year-old boy, your girl.
In March of 2000, M and producer Dr. Dre delivered the Marshall Mathers LP to Interscope Records.
'Cause I'm just Marshall Mathers. I'm just a regular guy, I don't know why all the fuss about me.
I felt that the album was spectacular, but I thought that they hadn't taken it as far as they could. I think they needed a song to introduce the album.
I knew we had a second and third single, but we needed that big opener.
Hoping to sugar M's dark pill, Iovine suggested the rapper craft something more accessible, something closer to Slim Shady's infectious smash, My Name Is.
Hi, my name is, my name is, what? My name is Slim Shady.
With the release date looming, the burden of writing a hit fell squarely on Eminem's shoulders.
I can't give you another My Name Is. I can't just sit in there and make that magic happen.
He was really tired, and we was talking. He was like, man, how do I beat How My Name Is? I was like, just do some old sarcastic, do what you do.
I felt like under pressure, I felt like, what am I gonna do?
Scant days after delivering his new album to Interscope, M found himself back in the Los Angeles studio, rush recording new tracks. But instead of crafting a formulaic single, M fired off a scorching sermon on artistic freedom.
I wish that I would just die or get fired and drop from my label. Let's stop with the fables. I'm not gonna be able to top on My Name Is.
I ended up writing The Way I Am, which to me was like opposite of single. Like it was basically me dumping my frustrations out. Like, look, this is the best I can do. I really let it out and wanted people to know, like, this is how I truly feel.
With the song The Way I Am, Eminem broke from his playful Slim Shady persona and lashed out against the intrusive faction of his fanatical fan base.
But at least have the decency in you to leave me alone when you freaks see me out in the streets when I'm eating or feeding my daughter to not come and speak to me.
I felt like sometimes I just want to be left alone. When I go out and I entertain these crowds, then that's what I'm doing. But when I'm at McDonald's, I'm not trying to entertain you. I'm trying to be as normal as I can be.
Is trying to tell them, listen, this is the way I want to communicate with you. Not why shaking your hands while I'm trying to take a piss.
And I'm thankful for every fan that I get, but I can't take a in the bathroom without someone standing by it. No, I won't sign your autograph.
When you was big as Eminem, how can you get to all of your fans? How can you sit out there after a show and just sign 17,000 autographs? You know what I'm saying? A man's hands gonna get tired after a while.
The Way I Am was a necessary catharsis for M, but hardly poppy enough to brighten the shadowy landscape of his new record. So the rapper resurrected the Slim Shady persona one last time.
It was like really crunch time because we were like really nearing our deadline.
So me and M came back in the studio, and that was one of those moments where he came and he had the hook already.
I was like, you know what, I got one more in me. Let me try this. And I was doing this hook that I had the idea for to Dre.
And it was simple. We just had to put music to that.
And Dr. Dre said, nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement.
M's 11th hour gem was the real Slim Shady. A single was finally in place.
Jimmy came in and was like, this is it.
The minute I heard it, I knew that. I said, wow, that's incredible.
My kids were singing it, you know what I'm saying? So that was enough for me.
And there's a million of us just like me, who cuss like me, who just don't give a f like me, who dress like me, walk, talk, and act like me, and just might be the next best thing, but not quite me.
After listening to it 5 or 6 times, it became cheesy. And I was like, yo, this probably could be it, because after listening to My Name Is a few times, it ended up becoming cheesy to me too. And I was like, okay, this is the formula then.
The real Slim Shady was a hooky party jam that slung lyrical mud at Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and squeaky clean Will Smith.
I never killed nobody in none of my records. I don't use no profanity in none of my records, and still I managed to get up here.
Will Smith don't got a cuss in his rap to sell records. Well, I do, so f*** him and you too.
After a year of bi-coastal brainstorming and writing and recording 2 last-minute singles, Eminem's new album was complete. Though slapstick in spots, the album was otherwise a very personal affair, one deserving of a personal title.
He wanted to be taken more seriously. This is the Marshall Mathers LP. This is me, you know, as a person and how I want to be, you know, perceived.
For the cover, he was photographed on the front steps of his childhood home, where he weathered a stormy adolescence and fought for his mother's attention.
The guy who lives there now, like, let me in and let me see the house, and it looks a lot different on the inside, but, like, just remembering, like, it took me back there. It brought me back to that place and that time, and it was crazy for me. Mixed feelings, because I had, like, a lot of good and bad memories in that house.
To generate buzz for the forthcoming album, Aftermath Entertainment released The Real Slim Shady on April 25th. America was instantly smitten.
Loud as you can, how does it go? I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just imitating. So won't the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
It was one of those songs that it wouldn't disappear on you till you almost had to, like, take the CD and break it.
The song's campy video was an instant smash at MTV. Viewers tuned into the network's Total Request Live by the millions.
He was all over TRL. He was hosting, he was floating outside the window, he was downstairs in the street asking questions to Eminem.
Hey, they love you down here, Em. Back to you.
Thanks, Ray. Idiot. With The Real Slim Shady a runaway radio smash, insiders forecasted the Marshall Mathers LP would make commercial history.
Guess there's a Slim Shady in all of us.
I knew how good it was. I thought it could sell 1 million copies the first week.
And my first thought was, holy shit, I'm gonna be Elvis. That was all I remember thinking. Like I was scared to death.
On May 23rd of 2000, the Marshall Mathers LP was released to frenzied response.
I never knew I.
It posted the highest first-week sales tally of any solo offering in music history. 1.7 million copies sold in 7 days.
When it became 1.7 or whatever it was, in the first week, it became like, this isn't real. This is not how you sell records. This, like, am I a trend?
I'm sorry, there must be a mix-up. You want me to fix up lyrics while the president gets his dicks up?
The record numbers who snatched up the LP delighted in M's tongue-in-cheek brew of gore, incest, sexist slurs, and stabs at gays and lesbians.
Marshall Mathers LP by Eminem has been one of the most blatantly homophobic albums and lyrics that we have ever seen at GLAAD.
I don't got that bad of a mouth, do I? Shit-ass bitch. Shooby-de-doo-wop, skibbity-bebop for Christopher Reeve. Sonny Bono skis horses and hitting some trees.
Hey! He dropped a line about Sonny Bono, you know, Sonny Bono skis horses and hitting some trees. You know, I'm like, oh my God, you know, this guy like has no limits. You know, come on, dude. But I kept rewinding it.
How many retards to listen to me?
It was a guilty pleasure for M's expanding legions. But to social activists, M was just plain guilty.
2, 4, 6, 8, Eminem is full of hate. Damn, how much damage can you do with a pen? Man, I'm up as you would have been.
This is capitalism at its worst. We don't even care if it makes a lot of money. It's just wrong.
Cause I never knew I would get this big. I never knew I'd affect this kid.
We're here to say, for all the social justice organizations that try to make the world a safe place, that this is not art, this is hate speech.
What was I supposed to know?
Next, Eminem embraces the Marshall Mathers backlash.
My whole attitude was like, all right, if this is what you think I am, then this is what I'm gonna be.
When Ultimate Albums returns.